Hello and welcome viewers, I'm Pia and you're watching NewsX. Prime Minister Narendra Modi received a grand ceremonial welcome in Abu Dhabi today as he commenced his 5-nation tour with the United Arab Emirates. UAE President Sheikh Mohamed bin Zayed Al Nahyan personally received Prime Minister Modi with full military honours and a warm embrace, reflecting the strong personal and strategic bond between the two leaders. During the high-level bilateral meeting, India and the UAE signed several key agreements. Major memorandum of understandings include strategic collaboration on strategic petroleum reserves, long-term agreement on supplies of liquefied petroleum gas, a framework for deeper strategic defense partnership, and a lot more, including $5 billion worth of investments in India. Joining us on the broadcast, first up is Abhishek Singh. He's a content creator who's traveled quite extensively in the GCC countries. He's staying in Dubai currently. Thank you so much for taking our time and speaking to us on NewsX. First up, I want to understand from you, what's the mood been like on the ground with respect to Prime Minister Modi's visit? Of course, it's been a long anticipated visit. We've seen now the crucial details of what's been discussed in the bilateral meetings. How are the Emiratis in particular viewing the cooperation between India and the UAE and the momentum now it's taken?
See, I will tell you the ground reality because, my daily job, I'm every day sitting with the Emirati people. I have a lot of friends. And being very honest and very clear in front of the nation and in front of the world, the image for India as a country, Prime Minister Modi, as an image, it has really changed. People really see him as a promise that, a country can make to somebody. People have a lot of hope, especially because, I was traveling to multiple countries and all. But since Modi has came into power as a Prime Minister, I have seen a lot of things have really changed. Means now we proudly say that, okay, my Prime Minister is somebody who can really take a stand. And perception has changed. People talk about Prime Minister Modi. People talk about whatever is he doing in the market, whatever is he doing in the global economy. People talk about it. And it really matters. Now, you can hate India, you can love India, but you can't ignore India. This is very clear in the global map. So these are the changes that what personally I have seen. The ground reality has really changed, especially in operations like Operation Sindhu and all these things. The military existence have really increased. And I know, being an Indian, how proud.
Indeed. You've been living in Dubai, which has, of course, suffered the consequences of the war that is going on. This visit is also very crucial because it is happening in the backdrop of the war that has now prolonged, that has stretched for quite a while. The Strait of Hormuz is still being choked. How is life right now in Dubai for you? Are you able to move around freely? What is the situation like with regards to safety and security? Because we do have a large Indian diaspora living in Dubai. That's been something that both Prime Minister Modi as well as President Al Nahyan, they've been touching upon this many a times while speaking about the close connect that India and the UAE share.
See, during the war, the situation was a bit tough. I know we actually face some challenges. My work is in real estate. I know the market is also a bit affected, but since the ceasefire came into existence, things have really gone a bit easy. In fact, since the ceasefire came into place, some tourist movement also have been taking place. Our work has started rolling. And since then, during the war times, I can clearly tell you that the streets were empty. People preferred being at home rather than traveling outside, going to restaurants and cafes and everything. But since the ceasefire came into the place, the scenario has really changed a lot. And as a country, UAE has really taken care of the citizen. You are from which country, you are from which location, you are from which nationality, hardly matters. But the thing that really matters is that if you are living in UAE, you are an Emirati. This is what was the clear thing that was being told by the president for UAE. And since the ceasefire came into the picture, the things have really changed a lot. And we are moving freely today. Also, I'm at work. I'm traveling every day. Yesterday I was in Abu Dhabi. Tomorrow I'm going to Khan. So we are moving freely every day.
All right. You mentioned that you were in the real estate business. How's the market looking like, and what is day-to-day life like? Is the impact of the war really being felt on the ground in terms of inflation?
I will be very honest with you. A bit of changes. Yeah, we have seen some changes in the prices of petrol. It has really gone a bit high. And but the daily life, if you see, since the ceasefire came into the existence, the life has started rolling out again. Every day, there's not a single day off during the war. Also, because we believe in UAE government, we believe in the military of UAE. We have been freely moving out. I mean, there was not a single day I took an off. Market is a bit hampered because across the globe, because real estate in Dubai is something that was being monitored across the globe. Every country, everybody who has money were investing in Dubai. But since this war and everything was going on, people had a doubt that how this is going to continue in future and all. But since ceasefire came into existence, things have really changed a lot. Market was hampered, but now it's slowly and steadily coming back on track. People know how Dubai works and how this market works, so they are coming back slowly and gradually.
Absolutely. Coming back to the meeting that we've seen today, one of the crucial announcements has been an investment worth $5 billion in Indian infrastructure from the UAE side. How optimistic are you of ties and the momentum that we've seen that has been shaped, continuing to escalate from here?
See, being very honest, how UAE and India, ties for these countries, both of the countries are dependent on each other on many particular things. Indians are actually moving Dubai in day-to-day activities and everything. Whatever companies you see in India, like in UAE, most of the companies are actually governed by Indian people or are being ruled by Indian people. Majority people who are working in UAE are the Indians, any company. This investment, this perspective, if we see as a whole scenario, this is something that is really going to give you a better bond as a country. Both of the country are really going to have a stronger bond. And in future, I personally see, because, Emiratis have really changed their perception for India. Earlier, they felt that India is a bit insecure to invest. But since BJP government, I'm not from BJP, but taking things honestly on a global level, I must say that, things have really changed. People have looking like India as a land, as a positive thing that, okay, we can plan something in India now. Earlier, the things were not this way. People were afraid, people don't know what to do, how to do. But now things are very clear. So I personally see this is going to make a very, very positive impact in upcoming years, and the relation for UAE and India is going to be stronger and stronger every day.
Indeed, one of the key messages of Prime Minister Modi has been that India will extend all possible help to ensure peace in West Asia. But in your experience, when the crisis was at its worst, what sort of help were you given by the authorities in the UAE as well as the Indian authorities over there? The other diaspora members who who you interact with on a daily basis, what sort of help was being extended during that time of crisis?
Every little thing, being very honest, Indian embassy was actually updating on every little thing that was moving on. We were being asked to be safe if you can avoid going to work from home. We were continuously we were in touch with the Indian embassy. They were continuously monitoring every little situation. Whatever was going on was being actually directly conveyed to us. And these were the things that really helped a lot, because things on social media can't be that transparent that when we are getting some direct message from the embassy. So when we were having some doubts or questions, and we are getting some direct interaction from the embassy, we are also assured that, okay, the government is behind us, so we don't need to worry a lot. And the reason why, due to these many things, approx 2,000 drones and missiles were being shot at this particular city and country, still Indians didn't left because, this was the support that UAE government and Indian embassy has given in this particular land. And this is the only reason that why I'm still here, because for me money is not important. I can leave my work, everything, go back to my mother back in India. But the assurity that the government has given, the UAE government has given, the Indian embassy over here, how the assistance they have given, this is the only reason that I'm today standing and talking to you in Dubai. So this is the strongest reason.
And what message, my last and final question, what message do you have for Indians and the Emiratis who are looking at deepening this partnership, who are looking at increasing bilateral trade to about, almost doubling it in the next 5 years? What sort of message do you have to the people from both countries who are engaged on the ground to help facilitate this?
there is a saying in UAE that if you are in United Arab Emirates, you are an Emirati. So it's very clear that if you are in India, if you're from any part of the Emirates, you're also an Indian. You will be giving equally same love, same respect of what we get in our country. And I personally see both of the countries getting deeper and warmer connections in trade, in business, in personal relations, and everything. And I hope for the best in upcoming time.
All right, with that, I'd like to thank you for taking our time and
Thank you.
sharing your experience,